What's good? Landr is not just for mastering. You can make some pretty dope beats using their sampler as well. So let's get to it.
Bolo!
All right, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys comment, and please turn on those post notifications so you guys will know the next time I have another video available. And at the end of this video, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. As you guys already know, I really don't care. So Landr, we pretty much know Landr as being the #1 place to go to if you want to do some online mastering. And we know that you can go ahead and do like digital distribution to like all the major, places like iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all that good stuff. But you can actually go in and make some pretty dope tracks because they do have a sampling section to where you can go ahead and download their VST and you can go ahead and make tracks using their VST inside of your DAW. Now, unlike other samplers where you have to kind of go through all the sounds and you just kind of hear the sounds and kind of have to guesstimate if this sound is going to fit my certain production, Landr does not do it like that. You go ahead and you download the plugin, you pull the plugin up on your actual track, and you can go ahead and scroll through the sounds. You can actually scroll through all the sounds and hear the sounds in real time. So if you have your tempo set at like 125 BPM, it'll play that sample at 125 BPM. If you got it at 140 BPM, it'll play the sample at 140 BPM, and you can set what key your sample's in. So you can actually audition everything first to make sure it's gonna fit. Then you can go ahead and use your credits to download that actual sample. And once you do that, you can take that sample and slide that thing in to your track and you can make something pretty dope. So today I went ahead and made me a track and it came out pretty cool. So I'm gonna show you guys my process of how I did everything. And I want you guys to let me know how the track turned out at the end of the video because I'm gonna play the whole thing at the end of the video and I wanna hear you guys' responses on that. So let's go ahead and get to the track right now. So right now we are on the Landr website right now, and as you can see, they have the mastering, the distribution, the samples, and more, and they have the pricing. So the first thing that you're gonna do is make you an account with Landr first. Then you can decide if you wanna do mastering, distribution, or samples. First thing I want to do right here is I'm going to click on the samples tab right now. All right, so before we get into the samples, let's talk about pricing. And as you guys can see, you can get 75 credits for $5.99 a month, 200 credits for $9.99 a month, which that's what I have, and 1,000 credits yearly for $49.99. And as you can see, all the samples are royalty free and they sound great. They really do. They sound great. And I'm telling you right now, you can make some really good stuff with these samples. So let's go back to the main page so you can kind of see what the main page looks like and how you can pick your samples and all that good stuff. Okay, so we're now on the main page. As you can see, they have a nice little title screen where they show you all of the featured packs and stuff like that. And you have so many different releases. There are tons and tons and tons of samples to be used on here. A lot of loops, some one-shots, all that good stuff. And as you can see, you can go in, if you need something, you can find it because they have just a gazillion samples on here. All right, so the next thing that we want to look at is the plugin. What you have to do now is once we go in here and we can look at all the samples or whatever, we can go right here and click on plugin. And this is what I was telling you about in the intro. There's an actual plugin for this that's not just for the desktop or the computer. It's an actual plugin that works inside of your DAW. So what you do is go right here and, they got one for Windows and they got one for Mac, and you just download it and then the plugin will show up inside of your DAW. So let's go ahead and open up, I think we're gonna do Studio One today, and we're gonna go ahead and open up the sampler plugin in Studio One, and I'm gonna show you guys how this thing works. Okay, so we are now in Studio One and I'm going to pull up the Landr sampler plugin right now. So as you can see, I'm gonna go right down here. I'm gonna look for Landr, which is in instruments. And let's go ahead and pull this up and drag this over here because Studio One is just so dope how you can just drag in stuff. And as you can see, it's gonna ask for my password and all that good stuff. Let me enter that in. You guys cannot see that.
5 hours later.
Okay, so now I'm in the plugin right now, and as you can see at the top, it is showing that it is at 130 BPM and it's showing at C major. And as you can see, my tempo is already set to 130 BPM. So now if I change that to 150 BPM, guess what happens? It changes to 150 BPMs. So with that, we can go ahead and audition our sounds first before we decide if we want to use it for our track. So what I want to do is I want to find some guitar stuff. I've already downloaded some stuff, but I'm going to try to find something new, and I'm going to try to build a beat behind it. So let's try to find something that's cool for video purposes only. It's not nothing too intricate. Let's try to find something for you guys today so you guys can hear how this sounds and you can see how simple this whole process is. Okay, so one thing that I like to do is I like to make beats in C minor because I like just how C minor sounds when I'm making my beats. All right, so let's try to browse some samples and let's type in guitar, and they have so many different types of guitars. And let's try to do in hip hop. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's just try to pull up anything for right now. Let's try this lo-fi guitars, and we're gonna go ahead and click into here, and we can go ahead and play some of them. And I'm gonna set this at 150 BPM, so no matter what plays, it's gonna be at 150 BPM. All right, so we got the guitars pulled up, and as you can see, it's in C major. As I said before, I like things in C minor, so let's go ahead and change this to the minor scale, and we're gonna put this at C minor. So no matter what I play, it's gonna play in C minor, and it's gonna play at 150 BPM. So let's go ahead and play this first one. All right, sounds good. You heard, y'all heard the birds chirping? Yeah, so they actually have a defense mechanism for you little stealers, you little guys who like to thieve and take stuff. So if you do go through the sounds, they're gonna have like some birds chirping, so you guys won't be trying to steal the samples, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, the sample played at 150 BPM in C minor. So let's go to another sample. That's cool, that's cool. Let's see what else they got in here. Oh, that sounds dope. Let's go ahead and put that down to like 130 BPM and see how that sounds. The other two are dope too, but that sounds kind of dope. And I like that. I like it. So I can audition it. Sounds good. 130 BPM. I can speed it up later on if I want to, but it sounds good for what tempo I have. And the good thing about it is, say for instance, you have drums that you've already have laid out, everything's ready to go. Now you can go in, use the plug-in, listen to the samples, audition them to see if they fit the drums. And if you like it, now you can go ahead and download the sample into there and do what you do. This is actually pretty cool. So let's go ahead and download that one right there. And it's downloading. All right, so it's done. So now what I can do is I can actually take this sample and I can drag the sample into the session just like that. And then bam, I have the sample in the session, and then I am done with that. So I can go ahead, basically just disable the track for right now. And that's disabled. Now I have the sample in here. It's set at 130 BPM. And then now I can play the loop. And let's play that loop real quick. You don't hear no birds chirping because I actually paid for it. All right, so let's go ahead and add some drums behind this, and then let's make a beat with it real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, I'm gonna use everything inside of my new drum kit, which is the Bolo X Factor kit. If you don't have it, you need to get it. I'm gonna use all the sounds from that today. That's hard. That is hard. Let's go ahead and add a bass to it real quick. getting there. Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and add some more sounds to it. I'm gonna play the beat at the end of the video. So please stay to the end of the video so you guys can hear the completed beat. But as you can see, it is very easy to use Landr sampler to go ahead and get great ideas and to create some very, very, very good tracks. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed something from this video. And like I always say, peace out. And listen to the beat and go get my drum kit ASAP.